This is Morten from Inkish. I am at the KURZ booth here at Printing United in Las Vegas. And you know, it's so funny because we're in America, so I think that my guest here, he will say KURZ, but it is actually KURZ.
Correct,
Right?
it's KURZ.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Scot Gilbert and I'm the National Sales Manager for KURZ on the equipment side of the equation for all digital embellishment solutions.
And see, I was right. You said KURZ.
I
right?
did.
Yeah. It was. How do the Germans? I mean, when you say KURZ, are they okay with that? Or
They are okay with it because most of us say it that way anyway. So that's how we do it. And I guess they've accepted it.
Yeah. Okay. They have to, right? I mean, we are after all on the continent where you probably get the most sales anyway, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
it.
No. Wonderful to see you. I understand that you've been with KURZ just a little bit less than a year right now, right?
Correct. Yep. Just about that.
Yeah. How is it to work for a company like KURZ?
KURZ has been a great company to work with. I came from a smaller organization, and KURZ is a big organization, has the ability to bring together all kinds of technology from the support side, from the foil side, and from the equipment side. So we have able to bring everything together and support our customers with all forms of technology and I would call it experts within the fields of all those different fields to make sure that we can support the customers.
And are you working out of Charlotte, or?
I am out of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I mean, we were there. It's like a fantastic building, and you have your labs, and you have your production. I mean, it must be super nice. I can tell you the reason why I bring this on is because I know we're going to talk about the Maxliner, right? But I think a lot of Americans still think that most of the foils that you deliver to the markets are made in Europe, right? But actually the majority is made here in America, right?
Majority is made in America, and we're actually putting in some new lines in the Lexington facility that's just north of Charlotte to put in more production to make sure that we can support more of the American need that's out there. So yeah, it's very exciting that KURZ is doing that.
And I guess it's also because, I mean, first of all, it turns down the supply chain a little bit, makes it faster to deliver, of course. But I guess also that in America, to have something that's American made is something that you're proud of, right?
Yeah, it's very nice to be able to say American made because a lot of people are asking if it's, you know, is it Asia, is it German? Yeah. We can now say it's made in the US. Yeah. It's very nice.
Well, we got that established, right?
Okay.
So Scott, we're going to talk a little bit about a product you call Maxliner 2D today, right? It's a cut sheet, flat product that can do embellishment, both foiling and varnishes, right?
Just foil.
Just foil. Okay.
Just foil.
When you see a product like this, and you, of course, understand the American market, how good a fit is it?
It's a great fit because now with the Maxliner 2D capabilities, we can go on uncoated stock, coated stock, thin films. It produces many different products that we can do straight to the substrate that you can't do with some of the other 3D technologies. So it's getting a lot of interest because now it doesn't matter what substrate we're using, we can use it on any substrate or most substrates. So it's really good.
And what about the market? Is it starting to get more and more ready for having digital embellishment? Because I mean, I think that some of the companies that have been in the market for a very long time, it took a very long time for them to get traction in the market. How do you see the market developing right now?
Absolutely. After Drupa, we seem to see a lot of surge going on with all of the different people wanting to look at the different embellishment capabilities of equipment. And the 2D is becoming a very large interest level because of what different substances we can get on and the ability that it can and the speeds that we can produce at KURZ. So it's becoming, it's becoming really the natural next step for us to use the KURZ development and where we're going with all that.
And I guess also that when we look at the general trends in the market of shorter runs, variable data, all the things that you can basically also do on the embellishment side right now, it was like just be fantastic, right?
Yeah, fantastic, and people want that digital capabilities, which is what this machine offers. So they can change it with a barcode system, very simple. They can, easy for operators to run. It's not complicated. And it's really, it's the next step that we want to get because it's high volume, high quality, and it's very good for the marketplace right now.
Let's talk a little bit about, because you brought some samples here.
Yep.
First, we're going to see something that is printed that has no digital embellishment on it. Correct. And I guess that everybody in the industry, they like to see something that looks really pretty and great. But the main reason for doing this is because of the impact it has towards consumers, right?
Correct. It's all about the consumer and what they want to see and how they visualize it. Because we know that if you put foil on a product, it sells better.
Yeah. So we can see here that this one is made on the Maxliner 2D, right?
Correct.
And it's pretty stunning, the difference, right?
It's a huge startling difference with what can be done on the 2D before and after. It's a huge effect.
And I think I've read in some research reports that I didn't read the reports, but just the conclusions that actually when you have products that have, let's say, better visual quality like these samples, then you can directly measure that in consumer behaviors, like they buy simply products.
Absolutely, the consumer market has been it's overwhelming, the amount of foil and the bling, if you want to call it that
we
they
can call
want
it bling.
to.
That's fine. We love bling, right?
So they love the bling, and everybody likes to buy the bling. So when you have that, it attracts the eye, and everybody goes right to that. And now it's much easier to put it on the substrates, so we can put more of that foil onto the different products for people to want to buy.
One of the things that is also an obvious part of the digitalization of products right now is the number of SKUs that you see in the retail space, right? I heard from somebody we spoke to yesterday in a corrugated show that basically after the COVID, the number of SKUs has been minimized a little bit from some of the bigger brands. But do you see that also with this kind of technology that, let's say, very small shops with very, very short runs can now start having really, really high level of quality packaging that they would not be able to without the digital side?
Absolutely, because the barcode system and the QR code system that we put on there makes it very short run, 1 piece, 10 pieces, 100 pieces, 1,000 pieces. So it makes whatever you want to run. So it makes the small shops very competitive with the big shops and vice versa. So it puts everybody more in an even playing field.
With the Maxliner 2D, I was just thinking, because I think that when we talk about some of the other embellishments, digital embellishment machines that are in the market, I think that one of the, let's say, challenges has been the acquisition cost, right? Because basically if you have a very high entrance to market, and even if you can replace some of your analog work to digital, it is still something that is of concern. How do you address those questions?
Well, we address those questions because yes, it's a higher cost for capital, but it's a lot less labor cost because it's much easier to run our machine, you get much more product out, you're not changing the rolls over all the time. So yeah, the barrier may be a little higher, but your ROIs tend to be much faster because you don't have that ongoing, high cost of labor that this machine can really take the place of.
So you see an increasing demand for this type of technology in the future? Or?
Absolutely. We see a huge increase on this demand going forward.
Fantastic. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, likewise.